Hey everyone, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. Last time we began the Ashes of Ariandel DLC. I got this fancy new shield, which I have now upgraded to +5. Really low requirements on this actually, 12 strength for how good it is pretty nice. We did get some ashes, so... that will get us, I think, some new arrows. Millwood arrows. And some new armor, and I think that might be it. Let's check the weapons. I don't think there's a weapon in here. No. The armor, however, is the Millwood Knight armor. So let's take a look at that. And then also I went ahead and farmed for that follower armor. So we'll take a look at that as well. And if you remember what I said last time, the follower armor is actually the only armor set in the DLC that you have to farm for. In fact, is the only thing, period, that you have to farm for. Everything else is guaranteed. So that's it. I'm not big on the helm, but the chest piece is pretty stylish. And then let's take a look at the Millwood set. It actually looks very similar to Benhart's armor from the second game. Pretty bulky, but it looks pretty nice. So I guess we'll mix up the armor set this time. Well, we're going to get another armor set this episode, but let's just go with that, and I don't know. I hadn't thought this through at all. I'll just go back to what, well, we'll just put on this armor, I guess. I should have thought about it beforehand, but oh well. And then how about, so I'm not that big on this. How about a different helm? Eh. 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 Meh. No helm. Alright. Let's go. I don't want to get 20 minutes in and us still be screwing around with that. So, there wasn't much else to do over here yet, so I'm going to go back to the Rope Bridge Cave. Now, one thing that's actually pretty interesting is if you go there and talk to Vilhelm and you are doing Uria's questline, he'll actually know this and mention Uria to you. The reason for this is because the lady in there is actually one of the sisters of Londor, which is kind of cool. There's an item over there, but I'm going to come back for it. Now, what I did was, after I finished my original set of playthrough, my original set of videos, which for you guys, again, is all going to be going up in one set, I actually killed Uria so I could get her armor. In fact, let's wear her armor. I like her armor. I never showed that that off, but it's really one of the nicer looking sets in the game. There we go. Look at that. Very stylish. In fact, I've always enjoyed putting that with it, because I think that looks pretty nice. Anyways, one of the things that I was talking about last time was how the actual loot that you get in this DLC is not all that great. You noticed the crystal lizard. It was like, yeah, twinkling titanite, hooray. But that is because you can access this so early. Woo! Don't worry, there's no Bed of Chaos boss fight at the bottom of this. Thankfully. So I'm going to show you something that might make you a little bit excited if you were somebody who liked Dark Souls 1. Does that look familiar at all? Unfortunately, there's no waifu over there. But, well, you can't have it all. You can't have it all. So these guys are pretty gross, but do not really present a threat at all. We're supposed to assume, I think, that these guys are basically being consumed by the rot. If you recall, I said in the last episode that the big theme here is fire versus rot. And so, whereas the main quest of the game is basically to renew the world in fire, consume the world in fire. However that ends up working out for you, depending on which ending that you choose. This world, instead, has not embraced fire, and has rather embraced rot. Which is why everything is gross and corrupted. Hey. I appreciate that. That looks pretty good. So there's something in here. The game sort of lulls you into a sense of security there. Like, oh, these Corvian dudes, not that tough. Oh. Now, there's something very interesting about these guys, other than them just being very powerful. They have a certain attack that will remind you of something from Dark Souls 1. Let me see if I can get him to activate it. But even just the look of them should be kind of familiar. Okay, I'm just gonna kill him, I guess. Anyways, if we take a closer look, these guys are basically the Corvians, or those weird crow things from the Painted World in Dark Souls 1. I always called them the Natalie Portmans because of the movie Black Swan. That's kind of weird, but it's very descriptive, I think. But anyways, we'll see some more examples of them in a minute, and hopefully they'll do the attack that really makes you realize it is them. Now we got a dude over here. Aw, well that's depressing. He's going to give us some more lore information, so let's take a listen.
Oh, well, there is nothing forlorn about you. You must be the other Ash, I suppose.
Yep.
Oh, finally, you have come. Oh, wondrous Ash, grant us our wish. Make the tales true, and burn this world away. My lady must see flame, and you have only to show her. You are Ash, are you not? Is it not fire that you seek? Surely you have seen the rot that afflicts our world, but that which fooled the good father and buried the flame, after we had all made up our minds too. So, please, grant us one wish. Make the tales true, and burn this world away. My lady must see flame. Oh, I like...
Okay. So there's a lot to unpack there, but essentially what he's saying is he and these other Corvian guys, I guess we're to assume, they want to burn the rot away. However, there's a witch who may or may not be somebody that we met last episode who doesn't want that to happen and would rather embrace the rot. I didn't actually take any damage, did I? So we're not even going to rest there. Yes, so this way. Alright, so there's a very tough guy over here. Nope, don't log on to him. This dude. He's pretty cool though, isn't he? Let's see if he'll do that attack. I want to show it, but you know, it has to actually trigger, and it's random, basically. Oh well. Okay, I don't think I want to jump down there. Gotta go this way. Here's a better view of that. Oh. A better view. Now, on the whole, as I mentioned, I do like this DLC. I think that design-wise, though, it does clash a little bit. It almost feels like this belongs more in Bloodborne than in Dark Souls 3. I think there was an item over here. No, I guess not. Oh, wrecked. I do think it's cool. Hello. That these guys are very, very weak. So rather than just like, oh, we're going to make these enemies all ridiculous, these ones are super weak to show how like corrupted and messed up they are. So yeah, here are our crow talons. Pretty cool. I haven't used them, so I don't know if they're any good. There's another weapon that I know is good that we'll get in a minute here. Alright, here is a shortcut we can unlock. Our bonfire is right there. So this basically lets you avoid that Corvian guy. Okay, there's another thing down here. Slave Knight set. This is the armor that Gale, the guy who took us in here originally, was wearing. Let's take a look at that armor. It's a pretty cool looking set. And I have a lot of armor here. I think the part of the armor that most people are going to enjoy is the leggings portion. Reason being, it's that. So actually, if you're looking at it one way, it's sort of like the Baldur armor. But what you can do with this is create some Fashion Soul Z type things. So for instance, if I put on Shadow Garb, see, that's not bad. Or don't do that. Wow, I am just covered in ash or dirt or something. There we go. So don't do that. That's a little bit too much. But like one of these, that looks all right. Or even that. But I'm wearing this right now, so let's do that. This is also a good witch's robe. Okay, we have that on, and I could probably even do Black Knight for some added defense. Yep. Okay. So anyways, from our bonfire, we'll just climb right up here. You can actually get past this guy before he hits you. And now up this ladder. Alrighty, so I didn't go that way yet, but we'll continue on this way. I don't think I've ever actually caught this lizard because of this guy. You can actually get this guy to fall off pretty easily if you want to. I don't want to bleed out, really. I don't think so. Little R1 spam. Okay, I don't think this is actually where I want to go. In fact, I know it's not. We're going to go ahead and open the shortcut first. Or not the shortcut, but the way to the next area. Okay, so let's take a peek. Okay, so that guy's there. And that guy's there. Don't think I'm really spoiling too much when I say you don't want to fight two of those at the same time, so we are going to go around and pull. Because that is, frankly, the smart way to do things. There's our gate through there. And let's see, I should have probably gotten... Yeah, he's already aggroed. Ow. And now we can go in and take this one on. Alright. Apparently this thing got buffed. It was absolutely horrible. My character is not in a position to use miracles at the moment. It basically is a Destructo disc, or whatever the Japanese name for that was, that Krillin uses in Dragon Ball. That's how you're supposed to take care of the trees, by the way. Okay, we're not going to go in there quite yet. A couple more things to gather. Alright. So I think I can get, yeah, back over there. We'll do the jump down, and then I'll run back and get the other item that I missed, and then I think that's everything in this area. The ladder is actually right here. So I don't specifically remember what is down here. It might just go back onto the roof. In fact, I think that's what it does. Yeah, it's just so you can get that. Well, I'll take it anyway. Okay, and then the item is going to be over here. And whoop. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's actually something over there that I missed too. One second. So let's check out the crow quills, first of all. Now held in just the right hand, this is a thrusting weapon. In two hands, however, you get this pretty cool combo attack, and the weapon art throws those darts. However, I don't think they've buffed it, even. The damage on it is just pitiful. It looks cool, though. I'll give it that. And I think you could make a case for this being the best dex weapon in the game. Okay, that, and then should be able to drop down here and get something. Yeah, whoopee, right? But anyways, just the, you know, the crazy combo on this. Obviously, it's not going to keep somebody stun locked that whole time, but I think it's still pretty good. And another great thing about it is if you look at the critical damage, 130 is ridiculously high. Like, we can compare that to the parrying dagger, the mail breaker, and like the bandit's knife. You know, it's up there among the best counter weapons in the game. So it's probably worth using, and I might upgrade it and maybe we'll try it out next time. Anyways, I'm going to warp back again, and we'll continue. Okay. So that should be everything. We're going to go ahead and run... I guess just running straight through here will be the fastest way. I do have to fight the Corvian, but... not the biggest deal in the world. Not the biggest deal at all. You can make it, buddy. Okay, so you may remember that Vilhelm was not really all that happy with us being here and kind of told us to get lost. Well...
I've seen your kind. Time and time again. Every fleeing man must be caught. Every secret must be unearthed. Such is the conceit of the self-proclaimed seeker of truth. But in the end, you lack the stomach for the agony that you'll bring upon yourself.
So he's got a pretty cool weapon. It does that, which is neat. Now you'll notice both the Dark Flame and the Dark Hand. Okay, I need to actually just fight this guy while I talk. Do indicate that he is a Knight of Londor, as we already kind of mentioned. Now, I think his weapon might be a little bit bigger and badder than mine, so... I'm going to have to pick my shots carefully. And he's not a chugger, but I think he has healing miracles. Yeah, which I'm fine with. If you can pull off a miracle in the middle of battle, then go for it. I kind of wish I had a parrying sword right now. But you'll notice as the NPC fights go, this is actually a fairly tough one. He's good at dodging, he's good at keeping the pressure on. Although I can totally bait him into doing that. But then he dodges out of the way, so good for him. And he does that whole backstep thing that Uria is so good at doing. Ouch. Yeah, see, I couldn't poise through that. And you did. Nope. Does not want to die.
Forgive me, my lady. I swore an oath, but I have failed you. Lady Elfrida.
Alright, let's take a look at that. Onyx Blade. So this is very much a weapon that requires you to be a little bit into intelligence and faith. In fact, mine won't even do the cool animation. Although, actually, I can show it off, though. If we do this. Let's ditch those. And let's go Scholar Ring, Priestess Ring. So now I should have the minimum requirements for it. So it gives you this black flame on it. It's reasonably fast, has good reach, as I'm sure you noticed during that fight, and a pretty good moveset as well. Like, look how fast that is for a great sword. Now compare that to the Black Knight sword. Well, I guess it's not that much faster, so maybe I'm just making that up. But anyways, it looks cool. And that's really neat. And actually that animation can hit other enemies. So that's pretty cool. Silver ring and silver cat. Alright. And who have we here?
I believe I feel the scent of ash upon thee. Thou art the one of whom Uncle Gale spoke, the one to show me flame. 'Tis good. When this is done, may I return. The door is open thanks to thee. 'Tis good.
So, Uncle Gale. Gale, again, is the guy that took us in here originally. And you remember the Corvian dude saying something about showing his lady Flame? Well, she's been sort of imprisoned here, I guess, by Elfrida and Vilhelm, we're supposed to assume. Because they don't want Flame to be spread. Well, there are a lot of signs here. That's pretty stylish. I can appreciate that. Yeah, those are alright. Anyways, here's our bonfire. I think this is a good place to call it for this time. So next time we'll be going that-a-way. Some new weapons. Maybe, I think before next time, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this so we can test it out. I haven't really used it before. So that should be fun. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see ya.